Hey everybody. Pam has started the 17-day diet, PJ Matilda. PJ Matilda. So I thought since I had already done cycle 1, I would go over cycle 2. Um, just just to give you an idea of how it progresses. Um, I definitely agree with Pam that it's not a fad diet. I'm looking at it more as a lifestyle change, something that I never really learned in the first place. I live in the South, and unfortunately, the stereotype is true for my family in terms of, the kinds of foods that we eat, like, biscuits and gravy and fried chicken, fried fish, anything fried, basically. Um, so yeah, this is sort of me learning or teaching myself the right ways, the right foods to eat in the right ways. Um, okay, so the first cycle, after the first 17 days, you move into the second cycle, which is called the activate cycle. And during this 17 days, the trick is you alternate. You alternate between the accelerate cycle 1 and the activate cycle 2. So every other day you'll do opposite. So if you start with the activate on the first day of your second 17 days, then the next day you'll go back to the accelerate. So the things that you're allowed to have on your activate days are shellfish. These are in the proteins category. You're allowed to have shellfish, which includes clams, crab, mussels, oysters, scallops, and shrimp, which is awesome because I love scallops, I love shrimp, I love crab. So it kind of opens up the kinds of things you can eat. You're also allowed to have lean cuts of meat. Um, and it says the leanest cuts are those from the part of the animal that gets the most exercise. Therefore, cuts from the round, chuck, shank, and flank are the best. So you're allowed to have flank steak, top sirloin, top round, eye of the round, beef round tip, beef top sirloin, beef top loin, lean ground beef, pork tenderloin, pork sirloin chops, pork boneless loin roast, pork chop or center loin chops, lamb shanks, lamb sirloin roast, and veal cutlet. My mom and I found a great recipe on Epicurious for a flank steak with a tomato salad that we use a lot. It's really, really tasty. So yeah, I offered to share some recipes with Pam. So if any of you guys are interested in some of these recipes, let me know and I will email them to you. Okay, you're also allowed to have more starches this cycle. So you're allowed to have amaranth, which I'm not sure what that is. Some of you probably do. Barley, pearled, brown rice, bulgur, couscous, cream of wheat, grits, longer grain rice such as basmati, millet, oat bran, old-fashioned oatmeal, and quinoa. And I've discovered quinoa. It's awesome. Couscous is why I really, really like that. I'm always like grits, but can't put cheese or butter in them. So usually I just put some salt, maybe a little bit of feta. It's kind of an alternative. You're allowed to have some legumes, so black beans, black-eyed peas, butter beans, garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas, great northern beans, kidney beans, lentils, lima beans, or baby lima beans, navy beans, peas, pinto beans, soybeans, and split peas. And you're also allowed to have some starchy vegetables, which includes breadfruit, corn, potato, sweet potato, taro, winter squashes, which includes acorn, spaghetti, and butternut, and yam. One of the things I think is really helpful in terms of serving size is with the potatoes. It says in the book, the palm of your hand is one serving of a potato. So anything bigger than that or more than that is more than one serving. That's another thing that I'm kind of having to to learn myself is serving sizes, what's appropriate, what's too much, what, you know, so yeah. But that's pretty much it for that cycle, but it opens up a lot of things that you weren't allowed to have on the first cycle. So I look forward to being on the second cycle. I'm currently on the first again for the third time. But yeah, there's sample menus in here, and then there's a little thing in the back that I wanted to read, where when you get to the end of your chapter. It's not really as interesting as I thought it was. Well, it says Activate is based on, quote, alternate day fasting, in which you alternate lower calorie days with slightly higher calorie days. Here you alternate Activate days with Accelerate days. So it speeds up your metabolism. At least that's what he says. So that's cycle 2 of the 17-day diet. Again, I really recommend the book. It has a lot of good reading. Yeah, Dr. Mike Moreno. So check that out if you're interested. I'm really, really looking forward to see how Pam does. Sorry, my email's going crazy. So yeah, and I'm going to encourage her. I hope she does really well. And I'm going to do one more thing before I go today. Yesterday I got to go to the bookstore. It's the first time in a while. And there were a couple of things I was going for. And then, of course, I always find some things that I just want. So I was going to show you what I got. I haven't even taken it out of the bag because I wanted to show you guys. So the first thing I picked up was, upside down, Good magazine. This is a great magazine, although I just read they laid off a lot of their editorial staff for no apparent reason, or at least not that we know of, so that's a little fishy. But it's otherwise it's a really great publication. They have a great online presence, and they're always talking about alternative energy and just things to make the world a better place. The next thing I got was this book, Imagine, by Jonah Lehrer, I think is how you say his name. I've read so many great things about this book, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how I feel about it. It looks really good. So yeah, I'll let you guys know what I think of that as I go along. Then I went into the music department and picked up Being John Malkovich, The Criterion, which is really exciting. I love Being John Malkovich. It's such a funny movie. It's just really clever. Not your everyday film, for sure. And then they were doing a buy two get the third free sale. So I got a couple of CDs. I got the new Beach House, which is called Bloom. I think you can see it there. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've already listened to it on Spotify, but I like to buy the actual physical copies of things. I don't know. It's just the way I am. And then I also got the new Regina Spektor. What We Saw from the Cheap Seats. Kind of a cute title. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I put back a book. I was gonna get the softcover or paperback of Ready Player One, but I decided I'll just hold off and get it next time. But I probably won't. I'll probably get something else entirely. But we'll see. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay. Today's Thursday. I'm going to the midnight showing of Prometheus with a friend later on, so I'm really excited about that. I've been looking forward to this movie for a long time. I'm a big fan of Michael Fassbender, and it looks pretty interesting, so we'll see. And I like the Alien movies, especially Alien and Aliens. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll stack up. I think that's probably it. I've decided that I'm gonna try to do some more challenging videos in terms of maybe taking some video with my flip cam or with my iPhone and then, editing to make something to make a new video. So that's a goal. I don't know how soon I'll get to it, but just wanted to share that with you guys. Maybe now that I've said it, I'll actually follow through with it. But yeah, anyway, you guys have a great Thursday, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.